Hi, Scorpio. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. I'm trying to get my video episodes together. Welcome to September. I am going to be reading today from the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. I'm going to pull one card from that deck, and then I am going to pull two cards from the I-Ching so that we can further see what our direction is and what our focus needs to be. And then I will finalize your reading with the tarot, the Chinese tarot for detailing. So I have actually had to do this video twice. So I have pulled your cards already, or at least I pulled the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power card already, and I also pulled the I Ching already, and then I had a foul up with the video. So those are already pre-shuffled, if you will, but your tarot will be fresh. So if your video is a little shorter, it's only because I didn't do the shuffling um, on video, okay? So the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power card that I pulled for you is of the Vajravarahi mandala. This is a image that's used in meditation. For those of you who are not familiar with mandalas, I'm pretty sure everybody is at this point, but if you're not, but the mandala is a way of focusing your attention in meditation. So in Indo-Tibetan Buddhism, you see mandalas, tankas on the tankas. You'll also see them in um, other aspects of Buddhist teachings and practices and meditative practices and that like and things like that. So what I'm going to say is that this would be a good time for you to get some meditation time in to focus on your so that you can put focus on one specific thing. What I also saw in this card, and this card came up for somebody else, I'll try to find them and put that in the description box because whenever cards come up for more than one sign, I always want to let them know so that in case you have friends who are in that zodiac, you can talk to them and maybe share stories or what have you. But for you, what I'm seeing is the Tarot Wheel of Fortune, which represents change. And change is afoot, change is coming. September is a time for that change. But this implies that there's some meditation that needs to happen. I'm also seeing with the four colors here the medicine wheel, the Native American medicine wheel, and that is again about teaching, it's about healing, whatever that is for you. So everybody's healing or everybody's medicine, as we say, is different. So wherever you need healing, go into meditation, go within, and seek those answers within. And then, of course, if you need to seek your healthcare professionals, then you'll do that as well. So lots of teachings here. I'm seeing the Jewish Star of David here. There's a lotus in the middle that tells me there's some unfolding. So wherever your belief system or wherever your particular spiritual beliefs lie, the main thing is preparing yourself for a change, for an opening, and using meditation and prayer as a focal point. All right, so I have pulled the I Ching cards for you. You have card number 40. So for those of you who are numerologically inclined, we're talking about a 40 for gematria, or if you're breaking down into numerology, you're talking about the number 4, which is about building foundations and having the groundwork done so that you can rise, basically. And in this image here, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing a birthing process here. This to me reminds me of a womb. And then there's this person kind of coming out of the womb, but instead of you coming out that way, you're coming up. So it's a different kind of rebirthing process. And I think that that's what I'm feeling from the change that I'm talking about with the Wheel of Fortune, or having that Wheel of Fortune be there. All right, so I'm going to read from Klaus Holitska from his text. It's a translated text of the I Ching. If you have other translations that you prefer, then you'll just look up number 40 and you can go from there, okay? But I'm just going to read from this one because it's simple and it's right in front of me, and that means I don't have to go upstairs and find my other text. Okay. All right, so card number 40 talks about liberation. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Liberation. Hold on, let me get my book in my car so I can see. All right, it says difficulties are lifted and tension dissolves. The effects are liberating. But there is one more thing needed to clear away remaining misunderstandings. Just as thunder and lightning relieve the tension in the atmosphere, so liberation releases the soul from fear and from constriction. So that may be the change that you've been looking for, Scorpio. Enjoy the newly won freedom. Don't get tangled up in the past. Forgive all those who you hurt when you were at rock bottom. Or forgive all those, it says you hurt, but forgive the people that you hurt. Forgive yourself for hurting people. And then forgive those people that hurt you, okay, in the process is what I'm meaning. I think that's a typo in the book. All right, this will help everyone who is involved. You could avoid attributing blame in relationships to and instead provide a new impulse for love. Letting go of rigid attitudes and worn out behavioral patterns allows extraordinary potential for personal growth. So, this is a coming out for you, more specifically, a liberation of sorts, and you being able to clear away anything that any kind of emotional debt is what it sounds like to me. So when we start talking about forgiveness, we're talking about karmic debt, personal karmic debt, emotional debt, mental debt, anything where you feel like you're still paying for something and that something is long gone. So guilt and shame and anything like that that could be hanging up your energy, you definitely want to celebrate. I'm going to say celebrate freedom from it and being released from it. And as you are releasing it, you're going to find it easier to forgive other things. That's one thing that I noticed. All right, so your changing lines here are line number 1, number 2, and then number 4 and 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll read those lines for the detail for this I-Ching reading, and whatever resonates with you, then it resonates with you. Maybe all of them will, but wherever it resonates, then that's the advice that you take. So we are at, hold on, this is not 1. This is actually 2, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 5, and 6. So line number 2. Someone is trying to improve his or her situation with flattery. You will succeed only if you remain strong-willed and immune. So for some of you, there's somebody around you who is flattering you or telling you nice things or, doing that kind of little stuff. Yep, just so they can get in, so they can get what they want. So when we talked about forgiveness, you have to forgive people who are operating like that because sometimes they don't know how to go to their own resources, or they don't know how to find their own inner resources. So then they play these little games and whatever to try to get in because they think that's going to impress you or whatever, Scorpio. You just have to be immune to it, tune it out. Don't give in to it is what it's saying there. All right, so moving on to number 4. Free yourself from selfish people even if they may seem indispensable. That can be hard because if you're around somebody that's selfish but they do something for you that you need, you're going to have to be willing to let go of that because the selfishness in the long run is not going to be helpful. Otherwise, people who can really be trusted will avoid you. That's a really good point. That's a very good point because as long as you're hanging around with somebody who's untrustworthy, it's like you're known by the company you keep. So then the people who really, really could help you are not helping you because you hanging out with old boy or old girl, whoever. All right, line number 4. First of all, make a firm decision to free yourself of bad influences and tiresome habits. Through inner freedom, you successfully tackled the problems this time. I feel like I don't need to say another word about that. And line 6, you will overcome a powerful opponent if you plan well and act according to your realities. plan well and be realistic in your planning. Don't have this exorbitant plan that you know is probably way too much for you to tackle. You got to tackle when you have goals, and especially if you have lofty goals, you have to set other kinds of objectives to help you get there so that you don't lose momentum and lose steam and lose hope and everything else. So you're going to have to do incremental goals to get to what it is that you want. Inner obstacles can also courageously be swept away now. All right, so we've got some change happening. We have some freedom, new freedom that you're gaining, but with that, there's some wisdom that goes with it. Because sometimes when people see you being free, then all of a sudden they want a piece of the action. Whereas then you might have been hustling and working hard and trying to get it together, and they were nowhere to be found. But now all of a sudden they're showing up, and it's because you're rocking with this new energy and they want a piece of it. But you've got to learn how to discern. You're going to have to learn how to maintain your position and also keep your foundation firm. Because remember, we talked about that too. All right, Scorpio, I am on to the Chinese Tarot now. We are seeking wisdom from the spirits that are connected with the Scorpio people that are out there on this line that are a part of this cipher for guidance and direction with the tarot for the month of September. So any information that needs to come for Scorpio, we're seeking that information now. All right, so we got first off, we have the sun coming up in reverse. The sun represents your will center. It represents also the third chakra, the solar plexus. It's your will. And I think that that's part of the changing and the freedom that's coming, or the feeling of freedom that comes from the change that's happening for you in September. What I'm seeing is that there's going to be a change in your energy field. But first, there's probably some other work that needs to be done when we're talking about this meditation and finding a singular focus. It may be on what to do about this, your solar plexus energy. I'm seeing that there's probably a lot of things that may be trying to pull or drain on you. It could be about those people in the I-Ching. That's why you have to be direct and why you have to be focused. We have the Seven of Coins here, also in reverse. So if this is in relationship to a job or money or finances or something to that effect, you are going to have to get in touch with your true value system, because being able to just go out and make money anymore with the new energies that are coming in, it's going to be difficult to do. No, it's not just going to be difficult. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to have to get in touch with your inner values, and that may be a part of that meditative process for you. All right, here we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is about taking some time out, like secluding yourself, pulling yourself away from what's going on around you so that you can find inner beauty. It goes back to this card right here, you know. This could be self-care. This could be some beautification processes, Scorpio, for you. It could be, I don't know, getting a massage, getting your nails done, your feet done, being pampered in a certain way. And I know it probably seems like, well, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get my life together or whatever, but you're at a good point. You're actually at a good resting point. It's about self-love and loving yourself. And you need to take time to do that. That's a part of balancing out your whole lifestyle. See, what's happened in the past is people have been focused on, some other kinds of pursuits. It could be money. It could be a job. It could be a position. It could be a title. It could be any of that. But the spirits are really causing us to go in and deal with what we truly value, because that's what's going to help balance you out. Sometimes when we don't know what we truly value, then we find ourselves trying to grasp after things that really aren't in alignment with who we are at all. Like it's not a part of our calling. It's not a part of our purpose. We don't have that. It's not a part of our rhythm. It's not, and so you have to get in touch with that. And I think that's what this time in September is all about. So if there's any meditation on what brings you joy, what brings you harmony, this also goes back to the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about feelings. Cups are related to feelings. So the things that make you feel harmonious, the things that make you feel beautiful on the inside and on the out, is going to be helpful. And I also think that that's going to be good for your solar plexus as well, because the solar plexus, the will needs energy to really push itself forward. And so if you are depleted of energy, then your solar plexus is going to be depleted as well. And the best way to revitalize your will center is to rest, is to take time out, is to relax, is to vacation, is to take your mind off of things that worry you, or also to deal with the issues that are truly bothering you so that you can rest at night and that kind of thing. Okay, Scorpio, so keep that in mind. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, followed by the Universe card. In this universe, I see Kuan Yin. Again, we're talking about compassion. We're talking about love. We're talking about care and nurturing, especially of the self. And then with this Nine of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing you tackling a lot of different, having to deal with a lot of things that are coming at you at one time. It is in reverse with this Universe card. So to me, in order for you to get to your goal, you're really going to have to take a pause, and this is a part of the rhythm of life. Like you can't be going, and not take a pause, because it's like the universe needs you to be still so that things can materialize. It's like when you have your hands in the dough too much and then you ruin the biscuits. Yeah. So you got to take some time. In September, to be exact, is what they're telling me. All right. So we have the Fool card here, which represents starting over, starting fresh, beginning anew. You may feel like you're not prepared, or you may feel like you don't have all of the things that you need or all the resources that you need for starting over. But again, that's a part of the meditation. That's a part of this rebirthing process. That's a part of you getting doing the self-care, examining your own personal values, and then of course tackling that solar plexus energy there. So that's why you're feeling that way, Scorpio. It's not that you don't have the resources, you do. God doesn't leave you without resources. But it just feels like it because you've been working hard, Once you take this time out, you're going to see things a lot differently, and you may even get some downloads and some information from Spirit because your mind is able to receive it. All right, we're looking for other information for Scorpio for the month of September, please. Any other information for Scorpio month of September? All right, so this is about lining up your energies. This is about getting things in order. It's about your masculine and your feminine being lined up. It's about you being able to take all of these things. I mean, you're not doing it. You resting is going to allow it to happen. But it's about taking all of these things that are on your mind and really giving them to Spirit and saying, okay, what do I need to do first, second, third, last, whatever, and Spirit being able to do that. But before that happens, there has to be a balancing of the forces within you, and that balancing can come through meditation and prayer and taking that time out that you need. We have the Six of Cups also that has come up for you. The Six of Cups shows me that you have a lot of ideas that you would like to try. But you have to make sure that your foundation is in order, because if not, you'll just kind of be all over the place, Scorpio, and we don't want that. And then the other thing is that you don't want waste, because sometimes when you're moving in haste, haste makes waste. So when you're moving hastily, then you end up wasting money, wasting time, wasting energy, and you really can't afford that. What you can afford is to take a time out for yourself so you can build up your solar plexus energy. Then you'll have the energy that you need, and you won't feel like you, one, don't have the resources that you need, or two, you're not able to handle it when it comes in, and you end up, overspending or something like that. I am getting very clearly that that Kuan Yin, or the mother spirit, mother deities, any kind of mother spirits, could be Yemaya, Mami Wata, Nana Buluku. I'm trying to think of other ones, other mother deities. So any kind of mother spirit is coming to you, Scorpio, right now. The moon. The moon is another one. And especially by you being a water sign, then the moon would be significant for you. But her message to you, and I'm getting this very strongly through this card right here, her message to you is about nurturing yourself. It is about pouring into yourself, or allowing the energy to come in. And because you have freed yourself, see, because you have experienced this level of freedom, or you have freed yourself, it opens you up and it leaves space in your energy field to receive the blessings that's coming in, or to get the energy that's coming in. But what you don't want to do with that other I-Ching message is allow the flatterers and the other selfish people to take up the space that you just opened up for yourself by freeing yourself. Because when you got free space, people will jump in, Scorpio. They'll try to jump in on you. And you don't want that, because that's not the energy that you want. You have to let people know in no uncertain terms. I'm not going out like that. All right, so I have two more cards that, to me, again, Nine of Staves tells me a lot coming at you. I'm seeing that here, and here, Scorpio. I think you got your, oh my gosh, please. Yes. No wonder Kuan Yin is telling you to calm down. Look at this. This is you fighting off a bunch of mental stuff. This is you taking on, spiritual things that are coming at you. This is some emotional stuff. This is you trying to line up everything that's coming your way. You have to take a time out. This is way too much. That's way too much. And then we got the Ten of Coins here in reverse. Well, the Ten of Coins is like you trying to reach your level of success and trying to get to your dream, but it's not coming in reverse, because you need to do this. Because you need to do this. And because you need to do this. And because your solar plexus needs you. And because you got to take a time out for yourself. Okay? So I don't know, Scorpio. I don't feel like I need to pull any more cards, because I'm scared it's going to be something else that's going to jump out at you that you're trying to do or take care of. You can't drive. If you were a truck driver, they would make you stop at a certain point and go rest. Okay? So you may feel like big truck, but you got to go and park that sucker on the side of the road and get in the back and take a nap. That's what you need to do, and take a break and allow what has happened to assimilate properly in your mind, body, and in your spirit. All right, Scorpio, that is your reading for September. I hope this has been good for you. If you need to take a deeper dive, if you want to know more about how this all relates to you on a very personal level, you can reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. And as always, I hope you have a pleasant day. You have a great September, and you're having a wonderful life.